Hello guys, so this is a 2006 Toyota Highlander hybrid, and what's happening right now is I do not have any heat or AC. As you can see, I got the engine running. Well, not running exactly. I got the hybrid system on, and if I turn on the climate controls, everything seems to work, just that it doesn't respond to heat or AC. So if I put it all the way up to maximum heat, I won't get anything. So what happens is, behind this button, it gets kind of messed up. That nut that's supposed to hold it in place, it moves, and if you look carefully behind, you see some solder spots, and here you can already see the middle one. I believe there's 3 wires there, and the middle one, you can see it's already the solder is out and it doesn't work. So I believe the main symptom or the main takeaway from this is that if your climate system, AC and all that good stuff doesn't work, then more likely than not, it might not be Freon. It might just be one of those contacts is bad, as you can see right there. Let's see if I can zoom in more. Right there, you can see. Alright, so the idea in repairing this flaw is that I will take off the climate control unit, and then once that is done, I will be able to solder the broken contact there back on, and everything should be working after that. Alright, I'll be right back. And the first step is to take off this bezel. Like I said, it's quite easy. You stick a screwdriver, a flathead like this, and pry slowly around. So the bezel is gonna be this one big trim piece which goes all the way there, and it should all come out like one unit. So you start prying from somewhere here in the bottom. So it's kind of tricky. The idea is you have to be careful when doing this procedure, but I wasn't too careful, so I've put a tiny scratch there on my dash. So I have it out the first step. I'll zoom out here, so now I can gently pry, just very gently pry, gently pry, and gently pry. So you have all of that out, and you can see where the clips are. There's one there, second one, third, fourth. So that gives you an idea on where you have to pry to get everything out. Okay, sorry about the annoying door noise. I have it in neutral. Okay, I'll put this aside, and now what we have, sorry, let me close that door. So what we have here now left is no dome light. Okay, that's all what we're gonna work with. Yep, there's no dome light except all the way back. So after that first step, I just have to look around. I think there's supposed to be a couple of 10 millimeters. I see one in there, and the second one, and the third, the fourth, and the fifth. Somebody has been here before. It's missing a bolt right there. Okay, I got my 10 millimeter. I might need an extension though, but I have my 10 millimeter here. Yeah, I definitely need an extension. Okay, so here we have our screwdriver. We're gonna take out that one, and then a second, and a third, fourth, fifth. All right, let's get going. Okay, first one is almost out. So I pulled the whole unit out, and right now I'll just have to disconnect all these wires. Oh, sorry, that you guys see back there on both the radio and the climate control unit. So I'll turn off my headlight, that way I don't have power going to this unit. Once more, I apologize for the poor image quality. but then this is what the underside of the unit looks like. There you have the FM antenna, and over there some kind of coax cable, and you have the connectors for the radio down there. And here you have the climate control computer. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open up this. I think it has some flathead screwdrivers on this, flathead screws on the side. So I'll open that up and then look for somewhere around here for that piece I need. All right, here we're inside the shop, and I'm gonna pull out 1, 2, and 3, 4 screws, 3, 4, and that should slide out with the radio. And then we have we can then go ahead and crack the case with 1, 2, 3, 4. So a total of 8 screws. And as you guys can see, I've taken out the 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now you have these little tabs in there. So I'm just gonna lift up a little bit and then take that unit out, separate it from the radio. So what you do, lift up and put my finger underneath. I lift up, so I'm clear of that. Should be able to remove the radio, separate the 2 entities just about right now. So that's how it comes out, and you have the radio standing on its own. Okay, so put this away. Somewhere there, hopefully it doesn't fall. And then now I'm back here, I'll have to open up this unit. So far I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. Right. So I've taken out 8 screws. There was 1 hidden there and another 1 hidden somewhere there. So now you know where your screws are located. One there, 1 inside, and 1 inside, and 2 at this top edge. All right, now we have everything taken off, and we can go ahead and open our unit. And like I said, there was somebody in here before. So there's this little window. I think I saw one video where the guy opened up this window, took out the ribbon connector right there, and then they did what they had to do. But I'll have to lift up gently because I could feel it tugging on that ribbon, you can see, and gently disconnect from the other side, which is underneath. Right there, center of the screen. Alright, so I found a better angle. If I come from here, you can see the ribbon right there just in front of me. And all what I have to do is lift up that top left tab, slide it. Let me demonstrate with my screwdriver. Okay, close this up. It's kind of hard to demonstrate with insects all around you. So yeah, you just lift up at the very edge. Kind of hard to hold it. Anyways, I'll show you guys when I'm done with this. So as I was explaining, that's the little mechanism. You pick it up from the side, like right there, with your screwdriver, lift up, and you do the same thing on this side. So you can already see from the looks of the circuit board where the temperature control should be. Right here, you can see somebody already went in there and they have it wired. Don't know if that's a good or bad solder job, but I'm not a very good person when it comes to soldering. So I think if we look carefully, it's the one that's in the middle that got burned on the other side. That looks kind of sketchy too. Alright, we'll give it a shot and see what happens. To just illustrate my point, let me zoom in here. You can see, oops, you can see right there, that one is tight, this one is moving, so it's loose, and that So with some luck I should be able to do just the middle one, and that should be good enough. So the typical repair would be right here where you have the 3 wires. It would be normally a ribbon. So I don't know if the vibration contributed towards making that middle one fail, but you're just supposed to push that. That way you can free that little board. But I don't think I have to because it's wired in directly. So I'll just leave it in place and try to re-solder that. I don't know, with some luck I should get it going. And now you're looking at the front view, and you can see where the weld failed in the middle. I'm not gonna take the knob off, I'll just leave everything in place. So my soldering is not the best, but I've put on some flux. Where's that? And you can see, oops. So I added some flux, like I said, which you can see right there. And I'll just reflow everything and redo the solders on this side. So with my iron, I don't have anything to suction the lead when I do that. So bear with me. I keep losing that. Okay, there it is. So everything looks so everything has been soldered, and right now I'll use a multimeter and test and probe each of those connectors and make sure we don't have a short over there. So that's my next step. The short, I think it fries up the board, and then you need a new board, and they're quite expensive. So that's what I'll do next. Get a voltmeter and see if there's a continuity within each of those channels, but not crosstalk between the 3 channels. So I set it to 2000 ohms for the resistance, and then start by testing continuity, and you guys can see what it says. Zoom that out. So if I probe, if I shot the probes for the ohm meter, you can see what the reading is. It should be 1. So that tells me that we're good to go. Oh no, it shouldn't be 1. My bad, sorry, it's been a long day. But you can see there's a reading there that after a while goes to 0. Let go, it goes to 1. So what I'll do is I'll probe each pair. See if we can do this with one hand, knowing that if there is nothing going on, it's at 1, and if they are shorted, it will go to 0. So bear with me as I attempt to do this with one hand. Make it as if I'm using chopsticks, because I'm probing that and that, and I still have a 1. Do the same thing for the next 2, and I still have a 1. So we're good to go. I got everything back together. Just have to tighten up those screws. Tighten up everything else except that one, and then we should be able to hook back the radio and fit it in the car, and that should be it. So I have everything mounted back. It was the exact opposite of dismounting all the pieces, and you can see right there my clock reset. So I verified my AC works, and I was just fixing to spend a whole bunch of money. I actually bought show you guys about this, which I've had sitting here in the car, and when I tried to put some of it in, I couldn't find the right adapter, but I pressed hard enough on the valve in the engine and I could hear the system under pressure with Freon. So yeah, a couple of bucks wasted on this, whereas it was just a solder that it needed. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys on the next one.